Yes, Lord, as you can see from the different intro video, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gentleman's Lounge. So you see us on Wednesdays, you see us on Gentleman Talk. Now we are in the lounge where we like to tone it down a little bit. We like to peel back the curtain. We like to get comfortable. We like to sip something nice, and we like to have a conversation. So today, as Mr. GQ, the CEO of the Fuck Around and Find Out community, and my fantastic co-host over there to my other side, the leader of the baby mama Steelers, we bring you the From the Sidelines Chronicles, Chapter 2. My brother, would you go ahead and introduce yourself to the world?
How y'all doing? Your boy Mulich Johnson, aka Moolah. However you want to call me. From the sideline. I'm feeling really honored to be here, man. You can ask my two guys up top. I've been talking about this for the past 2-3 weeks. Crazy excitement. Ready to give you guys a little insider about me, man.
That's what we like to hear, and that's why we like to do the lounge the way we do. We like to kind of change the game up and kind of let you kind of sit back and relax a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's jump in this time machine. Let's go backwards a little bit. So let's talk about where you from. Let's talk about your upbringing. Let's talk about the man that we call Mr. Moodless Johnson.
Well, starting back in April of 1993. My birthday's next week, actually.
I
On
was
the
just about to
19th.
say that date sounded familiar.
Oh yeah, it's next week on the 19th, so be ready for that. Dirty 30.
Uh-oh, Dirty 30. You know what it is.
Yeah. So I grew up in San Jose, California. Kind of bounced around within the inner city as a kid. Really kind of interesting how everything really transpired. Because mainly growing up in impoverished or the hood, moms had to work, pops probably wasn't around, right? So just young, I didn't really get to see my dad a lot. Like even though he was involved or in my life, he wasn't around as much as I wanted him to be. So dealing with that, plus dealing with the struggles of being raised by a single parent, her constantly being at work, having to miss sports games, stuff like that. So it was just kind of difficult. And then being around my grandma, just having that influence in my life just as a young kid, just kind of transformed me, just kind of molded me into not the person that I am today, but the person that I was prior. This young Mulich, man, he was a wild child, man. A lot to prove. um, really headstrong, but at the same time, crazy and confident, right? Like the person you see today isn't the person that I was before. So just growing up in that type of environment, not seeing people who look like me a lot, right? Because I did see a lot of Black people, but growing up in San Jose, especially on the east side, you see a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Mexicans, right? A lot of Asians, a lot of Indians, right? So when you're confined to one small area or one small just part of the city, it's different. And it kind of gives you a different kind of perspective because when you see other sides, you see when you experience other things or other people, it kind of sets you back a little bit. Growing up, we always kind of lived a certain kind of way, and then once I moved away, and my grandma moved away specifically, she came up here to Sacramento. We stayed out there in the Bay Area. It was kind of different, kind to trying to move without my cousins being there constantly, without me going to my grandma's house after, what I'm saying? I kind of really had to see what the world was by itself, like going out, venturing into sports, venturing into just other interests to try to keep me busy. But it was different, man, because even though I moved a lot, there was a lot of similarities in a lot of different places. And the one thing or the one time that I did move and it was really big change was when I came up here to Sacramento. But I literally contribute everything that I learned from the places that I've been or the places that I've lived at, because they've all kind of added to this journey, man. So I never forget where I come from. I never forget how the struggles that I've seen, or the struggles that I've been through, the crazy stuff that I've witnessed growing up. So yeah, just to kind of give you guys just a little background about just me, about where I'm from. It wasn't the most pleasant parts of the neighborhood. A lot of violent. My boy Troy Justin J, what's popping? Hey, see, it's crazy because the last name Johnson, right? I always grew up thinking like my name was like super, super uncommon, right? Because I was one of the only Johnsons in my class, right? As I got older, I started to hear, I'm like, Johnson, man, hold on, wait. I got cousins out here, man. Wait a minute. I got family out here, dog. I like it, right? And I didn't really hear a lot of people with my last name, bro. Like, even though it's such a common last name, I didn't hear a lot. I didn't hear it a lot. So it was interesting to me now that I see. I'm just like, dang, all these people with the last name, and then with my actual name, Delvante, I never, ever, ever, ever heard anybody with the same name, right? Because my name comes from, I'm pretty sure my brothers know, Jodeci, right? I was, you know what I'm saying, some things happening during Can You
We
Talk to
understand
Me?
how
And
Moolage was created.
you know what I'm saying? So that's how my name came about. So as I got older, I'm starting to see all these Devontaes. I'm just like, man, where was y'all at when I was a kid, bro? Because I was the butchering, bro. The I forgot your name. I you know what? Just call me DJ. That's what I went by for majority of my life, because so many people used to butcher my name, and to hear it now is just absolutely crazy. Like in elementary school, I got the Devontes, the Delavantes, it was just crazy, bro. So I just had to create my own identity and going by DJ, because that was the most easiest kind of way to address me, bro. So whenever I see somebody with the last name Johnson, or whenever I see somebody with the same name, I just kind of think like, bro, like, where were you at when I was in freaking elementary school or middle school, bro? Because I needed you. I needed you and you weren't there for me. Okay. But yeah, man. Growing up in San Jose, it was different, man. Like, just being around all my Hispanic people, my Latinas, like, they taught me so much. And then going back to the black side, where they taught me so much, just combining those two cultures, just really opened my eyes to see how big people are, and how different, and even though how people may have different backgrounds or come from different places, people can still come together, bro. We can still come together and still be family. I still got family. I go out there and see shoot anytime I can. So um I always kind of, every time I go back, I always kind of reminisce, bro. Like, it's a I'm home kind of feeling. So yeah, that's a little bit about the young Moolage, and where I'm from. Um, just kind of like elementary school, kind of growing up through the kids, man. Through the kid years, man. It's just um, it was very, very, very interesting, man. Very different. My life wasn't like everybody else's, bro. It was very, very different. Um, but like I said, that's just young years where, you know what I'm saying, I'm just kind of bouncing around middle school here, middle school there, and then um, the middle school years and the high school years, bro. That's when everything
He's
kind of turned up.
back.
Your go. What's up with my boy, man?
Well, so you touched on you did a lot of I wouldn't say escaping, but you started doing a lot of sports, pretty much to kind of stay busy and things like that. But what sport did you fall in love with? Like what sport really got you into sports?
This is interesting, right? Because my first love was basketball, right? Born in 1993. The first like real sports movie that I can retain, actually remember watching, was Space Jam, right? So
Fire
when
ass
I
soundtrack.
one of the best to this day. When I watched that movie, it literally like transformed something in my head. I was just like, bro, like, this is probably the greatest sport I've ever seen. I've never seen anything better than this right here. So being a smaller kid, being a scrawnier kid, skinnier kid, everybody always felt like I was too small or too soft to play football, right? My cousins play football, older brothers play football. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play football, right? But after watching Space Jam, I'm just like, man, if they're not gonna let me play football, man, I can play basketball, bro. Like I know I can do that. There was a point in time where I realized I wasn't gonna be over 6'4". Like I just kind of in my like and like my boy Mr. GQ up here, I can jump out the gym, okay? Jumping not a problem, running not a problem.
You must have seen that fast video.
It was the height thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was the height thing, and this is what really did it for me. I was hooping. I was driving to the rack, driving to the basket, man, and like I'm going up for the layup. I did the lefty right hand switch right here, about to finger roll it, and here comes this 6'6", 220 dude. Mind you, we're in middle school, bro. Bro was huge. And he threw, I'm talking about when I say like threw it, I damn near thought he palmed it and like threw it, bro. Like that's how bad it was. So like after that, I literally sat there and contemplated, like, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this basketball stuff just isn't for me. But I didn't give up. I continued to play basketball. I really didn't start playing football until high school. That was my first actual year of playing organized football. You know, before that it was just street football. But basketball literally had the biggest chokehold on me for the longest time, man. Like I couldn't get away from it. I was in basketball camp signups every single year, you name it. Really until high school. High school, like I said, that's when I first started to play football because my mom, she couldn't deny me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only deny somebody something so many times. And
yeah.
So but with basketball, bro, like the reason why I loved it is because when I watched Space Jam, that brought me to different parts of the game, right? That brought me to watching the NBA finals, bro, with Michael 3 years in a row. That got me to watching Kobe Bryant. That got me watching the Run TMC Warriors, bro. That got me watching Allen Iverson and the 76ers. That got me watching Hakeem and the Houston Rockets, bro. It got me watching Charles Barkley, Steve Nash. Got me just loving the game of basketball, bro. And I truly, even though I play football to this day, like basketball was still, I still Euro step people still to this day. I will catch you outside walking on the sidewalk, and if you're in the way, you're getting Euro step. That's just what it is. I Euro step at the job, at the store, at Target, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm Euro stepping anybody.
Did y'all do the Kobe thing?
Oh, absolutely. Right? This the
We
thing,
jumping
right?
on people yelling Kobe. We're shooting on people yelling Kobe.
This is the thing about Kobe Bean Bryant, bro. Growing up, I seen him bust my team ass for 20 years. 20 years, bro, of this man. And every single one of my family, friends, all Laker fans. So growing up, I just Kobe's this, Kobe's that, Kobe's this, Kobe's that, Kobe's this, Kobe's that, Kobe's this, Kobe's that. So as a competitor, for somebody who wasn't on my team, I couldn't stand that man, bro. Oh my God. Could not stand him at all. Okay. But at the same time, when I was on the court or when I was on the field, his competitive nature is what drew me, bro. That is what drove me through the games. That is what, whenever I step on the field, whenever I step on the court, I feel like I'm the best player. Can't nobody stop me. It doesn't matter. Right. I don't care who's on the field. It don't matter who's in front of me. It's you're finna get this work today. Like and it took me till after he retired to really realize, like, damn, his influence on me, just me personally, was absolutely crazy, right? Because I growing up, even though we watched the Jordans, the Scottie Pippens, the Tracy McGrady's, right? There was one person that stuck out, and that was Kobe Bean Bryant, bro. I was like, man, I can't shake this dude. It was like basketball. I can't shake this dude. I can't shake this sport, right? Even though I'm out doing some other stuff, I'm playing another sport, something's drawing me back to basketball. Pickup games, random league, hoop leagues, right? Like something's drawing me back to the sport. And like
pull up to the park and drop a game in 21 with some random.
I'll still go to the park and just hoop by myself just cause it's therapeutic, right? Like it brings a different level of peace to the point where, because it's like with football, it's different, right? Like you almost have to have somebody to play with. You got to play catch or whatever the case may be, right? it gets repetitive when you're just out there working on footwork or working on routes, whatever the case may be. But with basketball, with hoop, you can literally have a ball, bro, some shoes, and be in the gym or outside for hours. Lose track of time.
Yep.
And that was big for me, bro. Like whenever I was upset, whenever I was sad, bro, whenever I was mad, when it didn't matter, happy, didn't matter, I would pick up a ball. I would always have a basketball, pick up a ball, and I would go hoop because I just knew that was gonna bring me out of whatever funk that I was in, man. And like with basketball, it's a different level than football because, like I said, there's that therapeutic, that peace, that just that tranquility that comes with it, you know. So that's what basketball really did to me as far as a young age, but it didn't help everything. It definitely did not help everything, man. Oh man, it did not help everything, man. So in the middle school time, man, playing basketball, I had moved again to a new city. This neighborhood was substantially worse than the one that I grew up in. So walking to and from school every day was very, very difficult. So even if you played basketball, even if you played football, bro, if you played sports, it really didn't matter. So situations arise, situations have passed, and I ended up getting tied into some gang activity. And even though I was on the basketball team, even though I was running track and all the stuff like that, that didn't stop me from being influenced from this outside entity, right? To the point where it's like I would be at basketball practice, and the next hour after basketball practice, I'm on the block with the homies, you know? So it was a really trying time for me because I didn't have that one male presence that every day in my life to tell me like, yo, this isn't something that you need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling unsafe, if you need protection, whatever the case may be, we can work that out. But like I didn't have that. So I just had the camaraderie of, you know, the homies, right? Walking home from school, you know what I'm saying? Telling people, hey, like, man, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. People threatening me, I'm getting chased home and stuff like that. I got to run every single day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the homie come up and he's like, oh, bro, start walking home with me. It's good. I got you. Right. So just by you being with somebody and being close to them, you're already guilty by association.
100%.
So, as soon as I started kicking it with, you know what I'm saying, a homie, and, you know, I'm around his big brother, and next thing you know, I'm all of a sudden I'm put on and I'm with them, I'm down with them. And it just happened by no control of my own, but I didn't necessarily not go with it, if that makes sense, right? Like I didn't try to stop it. I kind of just roll with the punches because I'm like, yo, like I got protection now. I can walk home. Like me and the homies, we cool, we chilling. If anything happened, I know we ready to ride type stuff, right? But in that time, I just knew that what I was doing, even though it was wrong, it was an image that I was trying to portray, right? It was something that I felt like I had to do because of protection. When I really could have just been like, nah, bro, like I'm really not with that stuff. Like I'm gonna take my lumps however they come, and you know, yada yada yada. But because I felt that I needed to be accepted in some way, shape, or form, and because I felt like, hey, I need these guys by me just in case this happens, that tricked my mind into thinking like, yo, you got to be with this. You got to be a part of this because of the simple fact that if you're not, you might not be able to make it home. So that kind of influenced some really bad decisions and traveled with me really until high school, ninth grade. Still just kind of going back and forth between sports and wanting to be just on the block and, you know, be in the streets and stuff like that. And there was a situation where I had gotten a fight with a gentleman that my mom was involved with my freshman year. And just being me at the time, being a young man and full of emotions and testosterone. It wasn't a really mature time. I didn't make the smartest decisions. So I ended up getting stabbed right before a really, really crucial football game. Had to miss school. Was talking to police, lawyers, had a court case, all kind of crazy stuff. Just because of the stupid decisions that I had made, right, with my mouth, right. So had to move away. That actually was part of the reason why we had to move up to Sacramento, because it's just I was involved in too much, man. I was here, I was there, I was there, I was here, and it really wasn't a good look. I had my brother with me, my mom, and it was just us three. So we moved up to Sacramento so I can escape all of that, even though me being the ignorant, dumb person that I was, kept going back, right? Like even in Sacramento, I'm just gonna go see my dad. Yeah, you know my dad lives in Bay. I'm just gonna go see him, knowing damn well that I wasn't going to be with my dad doing anything productive, right? Like I'm going out there to be with the homies. I'm going out there to be on the block. I'm going out there to do all kind of extra stuff that's not supposed to be done. But just be coming from that and learning just how certain people move, right? And seeing it now really kind of transformed my mindset, right? Because now when people are quote unquote gang members or gangbangers, right, I just laugh at it because at the end of the day, it's like I've lived that life, right? And the route in which you're going isn't a good one. No matter how you feel about it, no matter how good you feel about it, no matter how many people say it's a good one, or you know what I'm saying, we got your back, whatever the case may be, it's not a good one. And nobody does at the end of the day, because I can tell you right now, just from straight up, I don't talk to none of them anymore. They're gone or in jail.
So with that, of course, we always talk about it as we go through that growth, right? We go from being a little badass little boy to a teenager, and then we become grown ass men, and then some of us become fathers.
Absolutely.
So looking at it now, hindsight being 2020, 29-year-old Moolage, what would 29-year-old you tell 15-year-old you? Given all of your experiences, the struggles, everything that you went through to get to 29-year-old you now, like what would you tell 15-year-old you to kind of either stray them away from a certain path, or would you just leave it as is and just hope for the best? Like what would you tell 15-year-old you?
That's a good question.
I've always struggled with this because my past is just it's all over the place, and I know that a few different decisions here or there would have changed things dramatically, right? But if I had to go back in time and tell my 15-year-old self one thing, right, it would be to take school seriously, because school was never my strong suit, right? My mom always said, bro, you have the ability to be a genius if you want to, but you literally just don't apply yourself. And if I could go back and tell my 15-year-old self, it would literally just be like, bro, like do your damn homework, bro. Like quite literally, it would be do your fucking homework, bro. Like stop trying to go out and do all this other extra stuff. Leave the little girls alone. Stop trying to sell the stuff on the side. Do your homework, dog. Because this is what's going to take you further than all this other extra stuff. If you can knock this out, then who said you can't still go do all that stuff? But make sure this is done first. And just looking back, the reason why I say that is because just looking back at the opportunities that I've had, and it came down to grades, came down to school, right? And talking to these people, right? They're like, dang, bro, you're so serious. You're so smart. But how come it doesn't translate? Like what's going on in between? And I never had an answer for them until now. It's like I never applied myself. I never sat back and thought like, damn, this is something I can be good at if I actually try it.
Can't go wrong with that. That's sound advice. Do your fucking homework.
Yeah.
Quote that. So more importantly now, so we've talked about the young you. You know, we understand the story. So let's start to pivot in a way that gets us to the top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? So now we're in our adult life. What got you into the world of streaming and podcasting and wanting to talk sports? Like, how did we get here to where we're here? The From the Sidelines family's here. So how did Moolage get here?
Mm, that's crazy, bro. Because like I said, I wasn't always this type of person. It took a long time to kind of gain this kind of confidence, and really, it started in college, man, where I had literally had just broke up with my high school girlfriend, and I really took two and a half, 3 years to really focus on myself, man. Like really understand who I am, what I value, what I don't value, where my morals lie, and just the type of man that I want to be. Um, and just in that time, I gained so much self understanding, so much self confidence. It's kind of flipped a switch in my head to the point where it's like, no, use your voice, bro. Like there's people out here that actually care and actually want to hear what you have to say, right? So as I get older and as I'm going through, I'm seeing all of seeing all these guys, right? I'm seeing the YouTube start to pop up. I'm seeing social media starting to go crazy, and I'm just like, dang, I can do this, right? Like I should be able to do this, right? But you know, you have that thought in your head,
Mm-hmm.
and you still are kind of like hesitant to execute. That's what really kind of pushed me, man. Like I would start to do like videos on Instagram, like just a little funny stuff here and there, talking about sports. My Instagram rants used to be award winning, bro. Like everybody would literally just tune in just to hear me rant on Instagram about something. Um, so that kind of drew everybody into saying, "Oh, you need a podcast, bro. You need a YouTube page. You need this. You need that." And as people are telling me that, I'm kind of gaining more confidence. Like, dang, like people actually kind of want to hear what I got to say, bro. That's kind of crazy, right? So that really transitioned into TikTok. Now, the funny thing about TikTok is I was fully against this app when it dropped. Oh, I was fully against this app. I thought it was the dumbest, stupidest app ever. I was like, no, I'm TikTok hater, TikTok L, right? Like that was me. But the more the more you see something, right, and the more you see it in a different light, it kind of starts to transform your mentality about it. So I started to see people talking about sports, right? I started to see people talking about football and basketball and baseball, and I'm just like, yo, like what? And then I see the lives. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of like this. I kind of dig this. So just seeing that kind of gave me the confidence, like, yo, I can do this too. I can do this too. So just dropping videos here and there. One of them ended up going viral with OG Chilltown, and me and him going back and forth. Um, and really, I was about to kind of start setting up a YouTube page at that point in time, just to kind of talk about just anything, whatever I want to talk about. I never really had any kind of like basis or foundation for it. Um, and then Troy, he was like, "Yeah, man, like, shoot, I see you on TikTok, bro. Like, shoot, you want to come on as a guest?" He asked me on as a guest, and the first time it kind of was a little rough because, as I said, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't, you know, the open person, right? I was like, dang, kind of closed off, like, dang, I really don't know what to say right now. I'm not trying to come in too hot, but at the same time, I'm not trying to come in too cold. Like, dang, like, how is this gonna go? Right. So I was kind of closed off a little bit, which isn't isn't abnormal because me as a person, I'm normally kind of closed off until I can kind of feel people out. And then once I kind of feel you out and just to kind of see what kind of vibe you're on, then I can kind of just jump in and kind of start to ride my own kind of wave. But literally after that first episode, man, Troy was like, nah, bro, we need more energy. Boo Wop, he's like, nah, bro, we need more energy. Just come with it. Um, he's like, just be yourself, bro. Like, we want to hear what you got to say. We want to hear your takes. I was like, okay, bet, for sure. And one thing about me is I can always take constructive criticism. I can always take coaching points. Like, I love to get better. I love to progress, right? Practice makes progress. It doesn't make perfect, right? So if I can continue to grow and continue to be better and find something to work on, then that's what I like to do, right? So after that conversation, man, I'm like, oh yeah, bet. You want more energy? I got you. Right. So that transitioned into Troy wanted me to be on full time, and shoot, here I am. And I got a whole bunch of people now asking me like, oh dang, bro, I didn't know you do a podcast, or shoot, what's the podcast? Like, let me subscribe, let me do this, let me do that. Like, when can I jump on this and this and that? And it's just crazy because when people pour that confidence into you and you actually go out and try it, you kind of succeed. Hey, we in the playoffs, man. Feel me? Warriors in 5. But yeah, it's just it was just crazy, man, to see like the confidence that people have poured into me. To see people like actually want to see or actually want to hear what I got to say, and that really like brought me into this kind of game, man. And like when my original TikTok page blew up, that's when I was like, dang, I kind of feel like I'm doing something right. I think I might be doing something right. I think I might be in the right area.
Okay. So we all have our own unique journeys of how we got, to where we are now. Of course, with me and Mike over here is not too far off from you.
Yep.
A lot of it started in college. Like this is kind of how our whole relation. Well, we go back to the '90s. Like we go back to summer camp way back when. But
4 flats on the Cadillac, man.
hey man,
second grade, third grade, somewhere in the
somewhere in that damn mix with where we all put this thing together. But just wanting to do a podcast. Actually, I started wanting to do a debate show. That's actually literally how it started. It was like, all right, we're gonna do this, and then just like you said, never pulled the trigger. Just keep having these hour and a half long conversations on the phone, basically doing podcast episodes on the phone, just not recording them.
Yep.
And then Amazon happened, just like with everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Amazon dropped a hot deal on this podcasting, and I was like, hey, bro, let's do it.
It's about that time, man. It's about that time.
And look at us now.
Look, I'm saying, look at us now. Ain't that the truth?
Ain't no stopping us now.
Hey. Yeah. So we're here now. We got to the adult life. We got to the family life. Let's talk about the family life. We talk about, you said you have a wife, all that whatnot. How long you and your wife been together?
In her head, as soon as we started to talk, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. As soon as I put the little picture out there, because we met on Instagram, right? Not really met on Instagram. My wife and I went to high school together, but we didn't really like associate or talk like that. Like she knew of me, I knew of her, but we weren't friends or acquaintances or anything like that. But we followed each other on social media, like high school stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I put this picture out there, right? And you know what I'm saying, those little old pictures were like, and you know what I'm saying, like for a DM and heart for this and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying, I was bored one day and put that joint out there, right? Boom, she liked it. I was like, oh, you thought I was playing? You thought I was play pimping? Nah, right? Instagram didn't have DMs at the time, right? This was early Instagram, you know what I'm saying? So I had to slide into the DMs on Twitter. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So as soon as we was talking on Twitter for a while, you know what I'm saying, I got the digits, and then after that, it was really up after that, bro. Like she became somebody that I talked to every single day. She quite literally became the friend that I needed when I felt alone and felt like I didn't have anybody, bro. Like I felt like no family. I was away from my mom, away from my brothers, away from my sisters. Like I really felt like I was alone. And she was the one light in that dark tunnel that I was walking down in college. She would quite literally, bro, like come see me from Sacramento all the way to the Bay, right? And a lot of people don't know that. That's a 2-3 hour drive. You know what I'm saying? And like that, doing that, like helping me out, like, cause she knew, bro, like struggle. I went to community college, bro, struggling college kid, never had any money for food or gas or anything like that, bro. Like she used to hear the stories. Shoot, one day we can interview her and she'll tell you straight up herself, like when I was literally had to do walkouts in grocery stores, bro. Like I'm talking about pack that basket up, bro, and I'm walking out this joint, and I hope nobody say nothing because you damn near getting jabbed because I gotta eat tonight. You feel me? Type stuff. Like no no money for books and stuff like that. Like she was helping me out with all of that. Oh, did you eat today? Nah, I ain't eat today. Oh, well, here, I'm finna send you some money to go eat today. Or do you have any books? How much your books cost? Type stuff, right? Do you need gas money? Right. So just that, her doing all that, going above and beyond, like for somebody like me, I was just like, what the heck? Like I ain't never had that. So she was showing me that she was like so interested in everything that I had going. So like I said, in her head, we've been together since we first started talking, bro. Since I first sent that DM, we've been together. But officially, it's been 8.5 years. We just hit our 8-year mark back last year in March. We have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids together, 2 girls, 1 son. My son just turned 1 in February. And yeah, man, I can't. She's literally my life, bro. Like she's the beat that my heart goes to, bro. Like she's the reason. Her and my kids are the reason why I get up in the morning. They're the reason why I stay up all night. Like I don't go to sleep. I got a crazy insomnia, so they're the reason why I get up and the reason why I stay up all night, man. And like I live for my family. Very family oriented. My mom is the most important person in my life. She's quite literally my hero. They say you never meet your heroes, but I've known my hero my whole life. So like just seeing everything that my mom went through when I was a kid made me want to be the best, not only the best dad, but the best husband and the best person that I can be for my wife and for my kids, bro. Because just everything that I see on their face, it matters. So, yeah, they are my happiness.
Nah, I feel that. That came from the heart. We heard the emotions and the heartstrings a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, he was pulling from some
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying,
some
gotta,
spaces.
you know what I'm saying, a little bit, but yeah, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying. If you haven't married your best friend, I suggest you do so because that's the best person that you can be with, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I can say, and my co-host can definitely contribute to that. Like me becoming a father was probably the biggest change in my life.
The
Yeah.
face,
Because
the face says it all, dog.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I was all over the fucking place.
Elaborate.
Hey, trust and believe, man.
I was
I
all over
feel
the
you.
place. Like this, like people, and y'all will, I'll enlighten everybody when it is time for the chapter that is mine. And this name that you see, this Mr. GQ name is more than just a nickname. It is a persona. It is a way of my life at one point in time. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but like I said,
Absolutely.
now little mama will be 2 in July. And I got a 13-year-old bonus child that's in there doing what teenagers do.
Absolutely.
Whatever the fuck they do in 2023 these days. Shit, I don't know.
They definitely don't do what we did.
Oh
Hell
no.
no.
No. They definitely
Nah,
don't.
low key, look, it's 10 o'clock. We was waiting for our free after 9 so we can start calling people.
Boy, use a lot. We was waiting for BET Uncut to come on
Hey,
TV.
Hello.
that's 2 a.m. We're talking
I was
about
gonna
right
say that's a
now.
little later. I was waiting for them free minutes after 9. Like,
Yeah,
what's up, Shorty? What you doing?
because I knew I could watch Inuyasha and Cowboy Bebop until BET Uncut came on. So I was straight.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So we
Absolutely.
already knew that.
Yeah, definitely.
So we put it all together. We talked about the past. We talked about the here and now. We talked about what keeps you going. So what I want to get into to kind of continue to bring this circle of life, if you will, is you're about to turn 30. What are you doing 5, 6, 7, even 10 years from this day? From August, from April 12th. What are you doing? Where do you see you?
You know what? That's always been an interesting question, bro. Anytime somebody says that, I kind of always say, I don't know. Mainly because the way my life has been, um, I tend not to plan for anything. I tend to kind of just let things happen naturally as they come. Correction, you're going. I'll be 97 this year. 97. Um, 3 years out of 100. Stop playing with me. But I always kind of say I don't know, man, because like my life has always kind of just been an up in the air, kind of let things happen, roll with the punches kind of thing, man. So I do have goals, I do have aspirations, I do have things that I want to achieve, but as far as forcing them or trying to make them happen faster than where they're supposed to happen. I don't know. I stopped doing that. I stepped away from doing that and just kind of let things happen as they come. So in 5 years from now, I can be, in the same spot. I can be elevated. I can be doing worse. You just never know how life is and how life is gonna in the situations life is gonna put you. The only thing that I can confidently say is that I'm gonna fight like hell to make sure that me and my family are taken care of for sure, and in a better spot than we are right now. So that's one thing that I can for sure guarantee is that just the way my work ethic is, me and my family will be in a better spot than where we are now. I'm not too sure what that is yet because I do have a lot of plans and I like to travel around, put my plant seeds in a lot of different pots and just kind of watch them grow. But there's definitely there's definitely a specific light that I'm looking for down the road.
I'm with you. Any more? You thinking there's gonna be any more little ones in your future?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Oh,
Absolutely. You want to know the
That boy
funny
over
thing
there
about
shooting at
this?
the club, dog.
he finna be
You want to know
Nick
the funny
Cannon.
thing about this? Oh, absolutely. I'm probably gonna beat Nick Cannon. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But one woman, because I'm like that. Nick, take notes. You want to know the funny thing about this? I used to notoriously say I'm not having kids. Now, the reason being was I was like the babysitter when I was younger, right? Like all the kids love see DJ, all the kids
Yeah.
love to come to Uncle Moo. Okay? I don't know what
Stop.
it was, but they love Uncle Moo. And I'm not saying Uncle Moo don't love the kids, because Uncle Moo love the kids. We're gonna get some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? We're finna go to the park. We finna hoop. We finna damn near have a paintball fight. Who got some paintball guns, some Nerf guns, whatever the case may be. Oh, your parents say you can't play with guns. You and Uncle Moo today. Don't worry about that. I'll take all that heat. You good. You feel me? We gonna turn up, right? So I used to have to take on a lot of different personalities as a quote unquote babysitter. So it's like, dang, I was like, man, I swear off kids, I'm not having no kids, man. I was the F them kids meme before the F them kids meme came. But when
That's us for shit sure.
when
I
you
was
have
100% like that.
you feel me? It's just, hey, sometimes some things happen and that one person put some things on you that you can't necessarily get off. And I was just like, well, stuff happens. I ain't going back now. You feel me? And that one turned into another one. She set me up the second time because I was sick. I'll never forget that. She set me up. The Warriors was winning. She's like, you know what? What you doing? And I was like, I'm over here sick, and things happen, and that's what led to my second child. And then the third one came when we was in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Things happen in Vegas.
You know what
And
happens in Vegas.
you feel me? Yeah.
We all got a passport stamp for Vegas.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, most definitely. Um, so yeah, it's just I've noticed something. And it's crazy, but I feel like I feel like there's logic to it, right? My wife has never gotten pregnant in the city of Sacramento.
Mm.
Never. She's all first time we lived in Hayward. Second time we lived in Texas, Wichita Falls. Shout out to my Wichita Falls folks out there in Texas. Yes,
Hey,
I lived in
Wichita
Texas.
Falls, let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was
That's
out there in Texas, my
crazy.
boys. You know it. You feel me? That's why when y'all talk about Texas, I'm like, oh, trust me, I know, because I was out there, dog. Trust me. I spent a lot of time out there in the Big T. Um, and yeah, the third time was in Vegas. So I'm going on a limb and saying, hey, she can't get pregnant out here. So if we want to do that, we're gonna have to take a little vacation, which I already got planned. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting for a little time. But yeah, man. We got a whole list of names that we're trying to use. And we done got 3 out the way, and I think there's
Oh,
like
wait a minute.
9 names
Baby
on the
names.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already got names set out, bro. Like my daughters, my first daughter, bro, her name was already picked. Second daughter name was already picked. My son's name was already picked. We already had all my kids' names, bro, picked prior to my first daughter coming. So Yeah, we just trying to check off the list, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down the line.
I'm content where I'm at.
Now, see, my son, he's making me like, hey, yo, there's another one really necessary, but I need two of them. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Listen, I have my daughter, and I mean, but I made my decision very early in my life, and I settled. I said I'm having two. I said I'm having two. It don't really matter how I get there.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna get there.
Well, I'm gonna get there. Yes, sir. I feel that.
So when I met my wife had my bonus daughter, and I was like, I bet. And you know, she's older than me, but you know, she started going to the doctor and say, hey, they talking about my clock, you know, my biological clock starting to, you know, wind down. I said, well, hey, it's time to get busy.
And so, dog.
No, what I know.
You answer that shit's freaking hilarious.
So it happened. Absolutely.
So little mama Calissa Jade was a product of COVID. So that's why she's here.
Yes, sir.
Staying inside.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I was probably the furthest from inside during COVID because of my job. Like, no, I was an essential worker and then some, because I still belong to the government. So I was everywhere. I was all over this state. But that's how my little mom was born. I was like, bet I'm gonna let the government take care of it. And got that little operation knocked out. Ain't no more kids.
Absolutely.
Ain't no
surprises, there you go.
No accidents, no uh-ohs, no none of that. No one drunken night from a wonderful date night out. None of that shit. Nope.
There you go.
Not today. Nope. Not me, Satan.
Oh man. Hey, I definitely feel you.
Blank.
No. 100%. I am 100%. I'm still hitting the target, but I ain't killing nothing.
There you go. Yes, sir. I love it.
It's them non-lethal rounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they go a long way though. Those non-lethal they go a long way.
They still put you down.
You feel me?
But you're gonna get back up eventually.
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn.
Wake up in the morning. Okay.
What you over there doing? Paintball machines. That's what you're doing. You shooting a paintball gun. That's exactly what you're over there doing.
As long as hit the target, man.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Oh, he hitting the target. Don't worry.
We don't miss the drop zone.
Yeah, ever.
Not never.
Oh my God.
Guilty.
Oh. So I've been waiting on you tonight to do one segment that is a staple on Gentleman's Talk.
Uh-oh. It's that time.
Mr. G.
I know we got like some of the livest music if y'all ain't noticed. Shout out to the homie Jew Fresh. That is the man behind the intro to Gentleman's Talk. That is the man behind the crossover. That is from the 2K University EP. That was the Curry slide that you heard in the background. If y'all ain't checked this man out on YouTube and all of his social media platforms, that is one of Houston's greatest undiscovered artists that moved to the ATL because of the music game and still doing great things. So we appreciate you for continuing to let us utilize In My Zone and for the Curry slide and everything else you continue to let us do to keep doing what we do. So, DJ Micah B, this is your segment. Cross them up and let them know what it is.
Let's drop it. I just got to ask you a question real quick, Moo.
Lay it on me. You said what?
Are you into comics?
Absolutely.
Are you into superheroes outside of comics?
Yep. Hold on. I might have a little evidence for you. If I can find it, it'd be my very first.
As long as it's not a magazine with sticky pages, we good.
Oh no, absolutely not. The internet exists now, so you don't have to do none of that.
Just clear my browser history.
Oh man, but actually, yeah, I do. I do have a few tattoos of my favorite heroes. I have Black Panther on my side. I got Deadpool on my back. I got Wolverine on my back. I got Batman on my leg. And for people that haven't seen me in public yet, I have Joker right here on my neck. So absolutely.
Okay. That's dope as shit that you got Joker on your neck. All right, so I'm pretty sure you know how the crossover works. I take something from comics, equate it to something else in life, whether it's sports, music, whatever. So here we go.
Bet.
You know comics, Mr. GQ. I damn sure know you know comics.
I know a little something.
Who would you say is the GOAT of all superheroes?
For me, it's always gonna be Batman. I'm not even gonna bullshit you.
Honestly, I would say Bruce. Bruce would probably be my first pick, just because everybody who knows me knows that I'm a Batman guy. Like that's been my guy from day one.
That's always my guy.
But I would say DC, Batman. For Marvel, just personally for me, it'll be Black Panther, just because those have been my tops from day one. But if I'm gonna go one at the top of Mount Everest and he's not never coming down, it is Bruce Wayne, and I will argue this to this day. I don't care.
Facts.
Okay.
I'll be standing right next to you.
All right. So here's what we gonna do. I need both of you to pick 3 good guys, not villains, that you think would be able to beat your GOAT of all superheroes in a fight, or at least put up a decent fight.
Are we talking about just to fight, like no powers?
No. You can use whatever powers or whatever. Just, I mean, they
just 3.
Yeah, and oh, my bad. And for the people out there that always ask us, Bruce Wayne has prep time.
He's going undefeated. First of all, he's going undefeated. Okay,
plot armor.
Going undefeated. Okay, I'm gonna be one of those guys. All right, I don't care. I'll be one of those guys. He's going undefeated. I don't care who you line it up with. My man's with prep time is running through anybody. I'm telling you right now. But if I had to pick 3, I don't want to pick 3 obviously cliche ones, but I'm gonna go Flash, just because that's my boy. Specifically Wally West Flash, just because, come on now, dog. Static, just because, come on now. Shout out to my boy Virgil Hawkins. Come on now.
That's a good one.
And last but not least, John Jones.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I do. So I see your Static Shock, and I raise you Black Lightning.
I love it. I love it.
I will stick with your Flash take, just because it's Flash. Like, there's no. I'm rocking with that. That's just
absolutely.
But I'm gonna throw a curveball, just because, and my curveball is gonna simply be Dr. Fate.
I love it. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Oh, I like it.
All right, so let's do this. I've been waiting 3 weeks to ask you this question. He knows. GQ knows. I want you to chime in too, GQ. I made a comment in one of our videos, on one of the Monday basketball videos. My exact comment was, "Bitch, real G's move in silence like lasagna." Moo blurted out, "That boy quoting the GOAT." Okay. So I asked you about GOATs, because here we go. It's been the hottest topic on planet Earth for well over a month now. I need you to name 3 people apiece that can challenge Lil Wayne in the verses. Because I know you're a music head.
This is interesting. A lot of people hate me for this first pick, but I really don't care. It's going to be E40, because I'm from the Bay. So shout out to my boys from the Bay and E40.
Tell me when you
can. Number 2, I'm trying to pick people that is going to be really, really close with, because at the end of the day, I still got Wayne coming up top, but I'm trying to pick people to be really close with. So
I'm about to fuck everybody up when I start naming some people.
I see everybody's 50 Cent, right? Like, I see it, and I hear it, and I acknowledge it. I get it, but I'm gonna throw a curveball and say Ice Cube.
See, you think like I think.
Yeah, because people forget, man. Ice Cube was crazy.
Man, what you mean, Micah? Is he not on our list of top MCs? Because
come on now,
we still talking about no Vaseline around here.
Come on, talk to him, because oh my goodness,
we still talk about Ice Cube all the time. I mean, hey.
And then I would say last, but certainly not least, I'm gonna have to get in my bag for this one. I'm gonna go with 1017 Brick Squad Gucci Mane.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Early Gucci.
Mm.
I'm talking about like fresh ice cream cone on the cheek Gucci.
Lemonade with the
Was
fruit.
my boy.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm leaving Ice Cube on that list.
Oh, you got to.
My
You got to.
curveball. Now, my curveball depends on how much you really listen to music when I throw this next one out, but I'm gonna throw Tech Nine in there.
See, that's a real sleeper right there. A lot of
So
people really sleep
yeah,
on Tech.
if you're only into mainstream music, you have no idea what you're missing out on. I'm gonna
Oh,
leave it at
definitely.
that. I'm gonna leave it at that. That man is Kansas City and then some.
Literally.
But
Absolutely.
there is a reason why. There are some tracks out there. Like Worldwide Choppers. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, and I'll throw one more out there. Me and Mike had talked about it. We debated this one actually for a while, just because we're talking about going hits for hits, and I'm gonna throw T.I. in there.
Oh, absolutely.
There it is.
Yeah. T.I. was very close. I was like made like this close from putting T.I. on there, but when I did the overall kind of way Gemini scale kind of system, I was like, Gucci really sad. He really hit deep for me, bro. Like he got me through a lot of times.
Okay. Well, y'all got two of mine on y'all list, damn it. Because I thought Ice Cube was gonna be a sleeper that I was gonna pull up. But my first pick obviously was T.I. because the versus battle is set up to where it's 15 songs a piece. So and I'm gonna throw one out there, and it's just because everybody loves him. I think he could possibly pull off the win. And y'all might laugh at this. And I mean, internationally, Snoop Dogg is loved, bro. And I'm gonna put Snoop on my list because Snoop is a hell of a sleeper that could pull the upset off if people vote, especially the older people.
Now that's really not a bad pick, bro, because when you look at it, Snoop had 3-4 damn near facets of the game, bro, where he really dominated early when he was on his gangster rap, and then he left that, and then went to Death Row, and then left that and started working with Master P, and left that and started working with Wiz, and left that, and it's just like
became Snoop Lion and dropping reggae and
facets. It's
sexual
crazy,
eruption,
bro. You feel me? Like Snoop is really. They really got to give my uncle some respect, man.
Snoop is
okay?
a generational talent. Let's just call it what it is. I'm gonna throw an honorable mention in there just because for me it was somebody that I would not have. There are a lot of things in my life and a lot of workouts for that matter that I wouldn't have gotten through had I not had this music, and that's DMX.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because first of all, I'm a track and field guy. I despise running distance with a passion. But when I stopped playing football and basketball, my coach said, "You're going to run cross country in the fall semester, staying safe for track season." Let me tell you, I graduated in 2008. I'm going to date myself a little bit. Let me tell you what my pregame cross country song was. DMX's Lord Give Me a Sign. I was having a whole conversation during that whole ass cross country meet because I do not run distance. I was practically praying like, please, Lord, let my legs make it through this damn workout because I ain't trying to be here. I don't even like running this far. But Lord, give me a sign.
He is not lying. He's not lying.
But we're talking about hits, and DMX has got quite a few.
Definitely.
To this day, especially our generation, we can still sit there. We can name off all the females that he named off. And and what these want from her,
and what they want from her.
We know this, not to mention, Cisco did the damn thing in that track as well.
Absolutely.
But I mean, everything he did, and him and Swiss Beats was like integral. Definitely. Like when you talk about some of the best hip hop duos of all time, like DMX and Swiss Beats has definitely got to be in your top 5.
They have to be.
They have to be. If they're not, I can't really I can't give you any credibility as a music.
I'm really not listening to that conversation, honestly, because
I'm really not.
The work that they put in as far as carrying the New York scene when there wasn't like just that type of music, though, like when there were the Nas's, when there were the Jay-Z's, when there were the Rakims, and there were the Beanie Siegels, right? Like you got all these flavors coming from New York and coming from the East Side. Then you got DMX, and he on the track barking at niggas, bro.
Yep. Get it on the flow.
Bro, he's talking about what
X
what
gonna
they
give it
want
to
from him.
you.
You feel me? X gonna give it to you. He Rough Riders.
We had
Still to this day.
we had a conversation, and I mean, I think a lot of people were like, they don't agree, but I don't care. Like, as far as this thing goes, DMX might be the biggest rapper in rap history ever, bro, because they had New York was so hot, and DMX came out and outsold everybody. He shut down. He crossed over into the white crowd for the MTV Summer Jam, the Spring Break Party. He performed. I know everybody has seen the video now when it was like millions of people in front of this damn stage, and the minute DMX dropped Rough Riders anthem, they all lost their freaking mind,
bro. Literally, bro. Like that, and it was crazy because I was talking to my uncle about this the other day, and it was crazy because the flavor, the sound that DMX came out with was so different that everybody legitimately thought that like no, this New York, ain't nobody gonna rock with that. But he took over not only New York but the damn world, bro. Like quite literally the world. The things that he did with his music, literally just being himself and rapping about his life and everything that he's been through, and just bro, it's absolutely crazy, bro. Like that's the reason why DMX needs the respect that he deserves, especially him and Swizz Beatz, bro, because the flavor, the sound that they came out with was so different at that time. Nobody was sounding like that, and the way that he took off and ran with it, it's literally second to none, bro. Like there's nothing that's comparable to that.
And I think he said it best when he did the Touch It remix. He says Swiss is the monster and X is the beast.
And that's facts. That's absolute facts. That's absolute facts.
No rebuttals to that. That's yeah. Yeah, that DMX is, man, that was a good one. I completely forgot about DMX. That was a good one.
I would even throw, and a lot of young heads they not there yet, right? But if you know, I would throw early LL Cool J in there too.
Oh, that's one of my top. That's one of my top 5 artists of all time. It's one of my top 5 MCs of all time. Like
he has to be.
Well, for me, he is my favorite of all time. But people look at me like I lost my damn mind. I'm like,
because they don't know L. They don't know L.
LL Cool J is literally the first hip hop icon, bro. Like literally, nobody broke through like LL.
Bro, take it a step further. He's probably the most successful musician turned actor.
He's up there.
He is still on TV today, doing shows, doing NCIS Los Angeles. Like this man did get fucked up by a shark. I mean, we're not gonna let him let that go. But
he won.
He did win, but the point is that shark was fucking him up though. Like, I'm just saying.
I was gonna say he did win, but he was getting that business a little bit.
He was getting it.
You gotta remember though, he fucked up the other shark for killing Birdie. We ain't gonna forget R.I.P. Birdie.
No, we're not gonna forget about that. But yeah, we when we talk about like and as a kid, of course, I was born in '89, so I missed a lot of super early LL. So I had to go back and learn some stuff. But like I'll never forget it. Like the very first LL Cool J song I ever heard was Rock the Bells. And I was like, what? I was like, what is happening right now?
Bro.
I was like, wait a minute. Because this man's opening stuff was ain't nobody finna rap quite like I can. I was like, oh shit, this guy just came out and just said, fuck all you hoes.
Literally. And that's the thing about LL that was legendary that people really kind of skip through to this day is that he was gonna come for you. But you wouldn't dare come for that man because the next track that he dropped, he was demolishing your whole career. Promise you. Strictly bars. There's no him trying to hide behind the beat. There's no him trying to hide behind. No, he's coming at you and he's gonna kill you with strictly bars.
Not to mention, he hardly dropped any cuss words, and he hardly dropped any N-bombs in any of his stuff.
Strictly bars.
And his shit came across phenomenal. He's still a part of one of the greatest hip hop beefs of all time. Like,
yeah.
the way I wish more rap beefs were like that, where you just, you know what, I'm gonna drop a song. Oh, you dropped this song, let me drop this
Let me
song.
drop
Like,
a song.
instead of we trying to, instead of trying to spread bullets everywhere, like let's go track for track. Like, let the people decide. Let's go track.
Exactly.
These cats was dropping shit and it was playing on the radio. Like,
bro, the greatest thing I can say about LL is that, okay, LL was real big in the 80s and early and 90s as a rapper. I don't think people realize when Headsprung might be his last mega hit. That shit was like in 2004 or 5 or some shit like that. That's 20 years, bro. That's 20 plus years.
Bro, first of all, we was in high school when Headsprung hit, and that hoe was.
I remember
that hoe hit at homecoming. They called me Big LA. We was like,
hey,
hold on, baby.
Big
Like,
LA.
we
was crazy.
Like, we
Everybody
don't act like we wasn't. Don't act like we wasn't all in there just throwing that motherfucking head around.
Man,
like,
what? Oh yeah, come on now. What? Neck
But I
was
mean-
hurting at the end of the night. Didn't even care.
didn't give a single fuck. But like, just think about the transition. Like, he went from not necessarily, we won't say gangster rap, but a hardcore hip hop artist. Then he had like that soft hip hop R&B blend. Of course, he had Love. But then he said, hold on. Let me drop this Mama Said Knock You Out real quick before I, don't call it a comeback, but I've still been here for years. Like, let me let you know. But then, I'll let you know I need love too. I got a soft heart.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He still likes me. It's okay.
Did a lot of music with Jennifer Lopez and some other, female artists. So, he has a very, very, very well-versed catalog.
Definitely. Absolutely.
So,
like, especially as far as like deep bags go. Yeah, his catalog is crazy.
So I want to pose this question to both of y'all, because this was, we're going back on we still on the music tip, but we talking about, I want to go back to this verses. If you could pick one current artist, like, no matter, like I say current, I'm saying like the last 15 years, current artist that would give that in a couple, let's say 10 years from now, that would give Wayne some trouble in the verses, or at least be competitive in a verse, who do you think it would be?
Kendrick. It would probably be Kendrick or J. Cole. Those would probably be the only two as far as like catalogs and like hits. Even though a lot of people hate on J. Cole, that's because they really don't listen to him. As far as like,
this man is stuck on Denzel Curry, bro. Denzel Curry is not on any of the levels of the goats we just named.
Not Denzel, bro. Oh no.
Here's one out of left field that Jeremy might not have expected me to say. J. Cole and Kendrick would be the easy answer for people our age. You know what I'm saying? But for kids or for teenagers, like right now, young adults, I'd probably have to say who Wayne said is his favorite rapper, which is Lil Baby.
There's a curveball answer.
I have to throw a little bit. Lil Baby is just a little bit. I know NBA YoungBoy, he got too many albums, and it's getting to the point where YoungBoy has been diluted for too long, and you just sound the same. But Lil Baby just, I mean, think he already had a collab with Kirk Franklin. Like, he's done a bunch of different type of music. Lil Baby has like 15 hits already on billboards. That's who the kids nowadays would say.
I would say him, or somebody who would be probably considered before Lil Baby would be Future.
Oh yeah, Future for sure.
That would probably be it.
I'm not gonna put Drake. Drake been active too long.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw. Well, I'm gonna throw the unpopular answer out there. I don't listen to very much music from this new generation, so it ain't gonna be nobody like that. But somebody that probably nobody's really thinking about. He kind of just been kind of floating through the music game, but he been there. But I'm gonna say Logic.
He gets a lot of unnecessary hate, and I really don't like it.
Lyrically, Logic is nasty.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's one of my favorite lyrics.
Logic can spit. Like, lyrically, I've seen this man in concert. He came to Texas. I've seen him in concert. I've seen him live. When actually for his last album, like that, the Confessions of a Dark Mind, that shit was phenomenal.
Literally,
because that shit was phenomenal. Like, Logic is ignorant.
Quite literally,
like,
and
ignorant. Like, I'm telling you right now, as far as if you were talking about like battle rapping goes, bro, lyric like Logic might fuck some people up.
Oh, that's not even a might.
Like-
That's not even a might. I've been saying this quite literally. I've been saying
Logic
this
is straight
since
ignorant.
I first started listening to Logic back in high school, bro.
Well, he's half black, so
he's going. If people, because people don't like to give him his respect, right? Which I really don't understand why, because it's not that he's white, because y'all respect Eminem and y'all respected Mac Miller, rest in peace. Y'all respect Macklemore's in the MGK, so it's not because he's part white. It's not because he's
who the hell
part
respects
black.
MGK?
Like, and it's not because of his race, bro. So I don't want to hear. Oh, I get tired of hearing. Oh, well, he tries to. No, he's not. He's literally himself, and you guys don't like the fact that he's himself. But I've literally been saying this, bro, since high school. Logic, straight bars, lyrics. If y'all don't want to go by songs, because songs get overhyped by the beat that these weak rappers like to ride because they can't really rap. If you go by strictly lyrics, bro, Logic is bodying more than half of these rappers or artists in the game right now. Promise.
Oh yeah, no competition. No competition.
And I said it, Joe Budden. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I seconded Joe Budden.
Because he's better. He's a better lyricist than you, Joe Budden. You get overhyped a lot for those 2 weak ass songs that you dropped that went.
Pump it up.
Yeah, I don't want to hear none of that. Like,
I'm gonna hit you with a crib down and tell you tone that shit down, Joe Budden.
Period.
Pump it up with the jam, though. Don't do that, dog.
Nah. No, but that's like I said, and Logic's also half black. People just don't. He just don't look it because of the way he look. But you know,
I thought he was half black when I first seen him in person.
I mean, if you just listen to him talk, you could tell he got some seasoning.
Yeah, I was like
you know, there's at least some Tony Satchery's on there, something. You know,
he got a little something on there.
You know, you know, it ain't season all. You know, it's something good. You know, some Slappy Mama, some Tony Satchery's. It's something. It's something with a little kick.
Yeah, it ain't to slap your mama, but you know what I'm saying? It's you feel me? The little lighter version.
But he invited to the cookout.
Yeah, you feel me? He just got to bring some ribs. Make sure they cook by his dad.
He can hop on the bounce table one time.
You feel me? Shoot,
he might be able to hold his own.
Might be able to. I think, you know what I'm saying. We got to test the waters, but you know,
remains to be seen. But you know,
I think he'll be. Right.
He won't pull up with the raisins and potato salad. We know that much.
Oh yeah, no, we know he's not coming with that. We know he's not coming with that. He at least gonna bring some Hawaiian punch or something. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna.
No, see, now I gotta educate this man. First of all, it ain't, man. I'm gonna need you. I got a homework assignment for you. You go. I'm gonna need you to hop on Gracie's Corner one time and learn something real quick.
Hop on that Gracie's Corner
is what the kids listen to right now.
Jules TV.
Hey, that Jules TV too. He ain't got no kids. I put him on all that shit.
Look, I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, listen, Gracie's Corner just dropped another one. They just dropped She's Coming Around the Mountain.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but I ain't got a chance to see the video, Michael. But they did patty cake, bro.
What?
That whole got like a New Orleans bounce to it.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Hey, no, and that one and Humpty Dumpty live in the bitch.
Oh, no, I saw Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, but patty cake, hey, bro. I got kids.
They got the slaps over there. I ain't gonna lie, because I'll be over here like, what is go? Yeah.
He said, I got a kid. My kid's name is James Wiseman.
If you put on Jules TV, I've heard if you put on Jules TV for James Wiseman, he plays better.
Hey, my daughter gets down with it because she loved Jules TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she gets down with all that. I mean, she still watches. She watches her Coco Melon too, but Jules TV and Gracie's Corner, it be on and popping.
Oh yeah, it's on and popping. It's a whole concert in the living room for sure.
I could tell Micah done came to the house a few times. He'd be like, hold on, what is this? I'm like, hey man,
yeah, it's going up in here.
Gracie's Corner be hitting.
Yeah.
Man, shoot, we walk in during cleanup time. We in there turning up. Hey,
it's time to clean up. It's time to clean up.
It's time to clean up. That's that bump right there.
Hey, put your things away.
Put your things away. Oh man, you know what I be putting on those? When I just need to like relax, I be putting on that. Nighttime that go to sleep, man. That is my cut right there, man.
Yeah, you got to hop on them on the other cats too. Toonies,
bro. This is crazy.
Toonies is live.
talked about like
there's that one, and then there's the Snoop one.
Oh yeah, we on the Snoop one too. The Snoop got the Dog Academy. Yeah, no, that
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
wow.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely, man.
That's how you know we got kids. So,
yeah, man. Shoot, I be listening to that in the car, man. What? Yeah,
look, we got it on Spotify when she be acting a fool sometime.
Absolutely, got to. Yep, I'm gonna throw that on real quick.
Yes, sir. This is Gentleman's Talk coming live to you from the Gentleman's Lounge. We have had a fantastic chapter 2. You've seen it, ladies and gentlemen. You see this man on the Monday show. You see this man on Fridays. You see this man. But now you really, truly know this man. You understand more of who Mr. Moolish Johnson is, or whatever you prefer to call him. I call him a brother because that's how I see him. We cut from the same cloth. Our upbringing is not too different.
Facts.
So it's really not like I was listening to your story, like he sounded like he grew up like I did. Like,
yeah,
your upbringing really ain't that far from mine. Like it's like, you know, like I said, we come from the same cloth,
but wasn't around.
yeah. So
y'all know how it goes, man. Y'all know how it is, my brothers, man. Shoot,
yeah. So
we relate on things that are a lot different than sports, man. Or a lot deeper.
So we absolutely we love to see it. We appreciate you coming on with us, enjoying this. I had a blast. It was great to just kind of
definitely
see you in a different element, you know.
Oh, definitely, man. I said, I was excited for this, bro. Like this was literally like the highlight of my week, bro. Like I was too juiced for this. Senior move is actually pretty cool. Actually, if you want to do that, because my son is junior move.
At least he put some respect on you, though.
Appreciate you, Yurgo, my boy.
I appreciate you, Yurgo, for real though. That's good stuff. Like we wouldn't do stuff like this if it wasn't for fans like that. If it wasn't for, you know, brothers like my co-hosts plural. You know what I'm saying? My Wednesday co-host over here, and then my Friday co-host on the bottom over here. So catch us on Friday inside the huddle. We got a fire ass docket coming for you. But today we had to come to the Gentleman's Lounge. We had to get From the Sideline Chronicles chapter 2. So you see what my title says on the bottom, but I got to kind of switch it up just a tad bit. You see, I did go give me a fresh haircut today. So I had to go to Target and have a thirst trap and make sure all these MILFs out there knew that this DILF was off the market, because I am the king of the DILFs, and all the MILFs try to get to the top of the mountain looking for me, a.k.a. Mr. GQ, the MILF Slayer.
Oh my goodness gracious! Hey, you better talk your stuff, man.
Hey, that's what I do, man. Talk my shit. That's how I get down. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know.
You already know I'm the leader of the Baby Mama Steelers. Ching, DJ Michael B.
It's your boy Moolish, man. I know I don't got no you know what I'm saying, little tag right there, but they call me King Pettington III. You feel me?
King Pettington III. I fucks with that. That was fantastic. King Pettington III.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use that next time you come on the show, just because you did that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's me, baby. Don't. I never run away from my identity. You know what I'm saying?
No, never, not never. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Gentleman's Lounge is signing off, and we out.
Motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Mumble mentality activated. I waited for so long. Get burdens out, I'll wait. When you see me in my zone, you can bet I'm doing numbers in my style.